So here's a special bonus example because it's something I think I might have left out, and it's one of the questions in the homework. So let's take a kind of a quick look at it. Basically what we want to do here is we want to come up with a function that is the composition of two functions. We want to put two functions together and end up with something like this. So I need to write that as f of x plus g of x. So let me copy that down over here. We've got h of x is x minus 1 cubed. Now, the way I see it, we've got kind of an outer function and an inner function. The inner function is this piece right here. It's just x minus 1. So that's our inner piece. And the outer function is something cubed. Now, when you put things together as f of x, f of g of x, or better yet, f of g of x, f is the outer function, g is the inner function. So this is my outer function, and that's my inner function. So my inner function has to be this part right here, x minus 1. So let's write that down. G of x is x minus 1. My outer function has to be the cubed function. So I'll write down f of x is something cubed. And if I put these two functions together, I should get h of x. Let's see if that's true. If I calculated f of g of x with my two definitions above, do I get h of x? Well, we'll start out with the inner function. The inner function is g of x. So instead of g of x, I'll write x minus 1. Okay. And now I look to the rule for f. The rule for f says, you know what? Whatever you put in here, I'm going to cube it. And what we put in there to replace the x was x minus 1. So I get x minus 1 cubed, and that is my h of x. So that's perfect. Now, one more word here with regard to these problems. You have to be a little bit careful when you input your answers, because it's going to want just the function parts, the f of x, then the g of x separated by commas. But this is how it's going to look. You're going to put in x cubed, comma, x minus 1. You don't have to type in f of x equals or any parentheses or anything like that. Just plug in the expressions for f of x first and then g of x second. So just like we have here. If you want one more to practice, let me give you one. Suppose you had h of x is 1 over x plus 7. Can you come up with two functions, f of x and g of x? Pause the video for yourself if you want to try and do this and solve this for yourself first. Give you a couple seconds. Kind of like the last one, I see an outer function as the reciprocal. It's just going to be 1 over x. And then the inner function is going to be this part right here, the x plus 7. So my outer function will be 1 over x. My inner function will be x plus 7. And if this were a problem on Webassign, you'd type in your answer as 1 over x, comma, x plus 7. Hope that helped.